Hi, this is how to set up race team equipment. Alright, so the first thing that you might want to do is place all the speakers where you want the speakers, place the drums where you want the drums, place every person where they should be. And then finally set up the table in the back somewhere to have the AV booth set up. And so we're just going to go through how to actually set up all the plugs and all the cords for everything. Okay, so for setting up the mixer, there's going to be a couple cables that are really important to remember. The power cable, it goes into this feed. So it looks like this. It's a 3-prong, goes into there. The way that you'll know how to fit it in is with the dent, otherwise it won't fit. So you slide it in, and then you twist it on, and then bam, it's on. Cool. The next thing that goes into the mixer will be the snake. You're going to want to go through numbers 1 through 10 and fill all of those in with the XLR inputs. As for the speakers, they're going to be the male XLR input. And so the main speakers will be this one. And the other cables that you need to watch out for are going to be the monitor outs. So the monitors are actually labeled channel A, B, C, and D on the snake, and so they're going to be your 1/4 inches. And so what you want to do is you send right here, so aux1, aux2, and aux3. So you're going to put in channel A in aux1, channel B in aux2, and channel C in aux3. Usually we won't use 3, but we'll definitely be using these two. Okay. Correction. So apparently channel A and B are for the stereo out, and then channel C and D are going to be aux1 and aux2. So channel C is aux1, channel C is aux2. So there are only 4 channel inputs. Cool.
So C and D, right?
Yeah, C and D.
C is aux1, D is aux2. Okay.
We just set up the speakers and the monitor outs for the snake, and so what we're going to do is do speaker A and speaker B. This is most likely going to be the left side, this is most likely going to be the right side, but it really depends on how you set it up. But basically we only use the Mogami cables for the speakers. You can tell it's a Mogami cable because it says Mogami on the cable. Mogami. Yes. So these are our speaker cables. We exclusively use these to go from channel A and B into the back of our powered speakers. There's only one place that this actually fits in, and it's going to be the center input right there. So we plug it into there. A first good note is that everything should be at noon, and that's a good place to start. You don't actually have to mess with this at all. But the next thing that you might want to do is plug in the power, find a power strip for that, and then turn it on. Okay. So the next part is going to be setting up the monitors. This is for the regular floor monitors that we use on Sunday service. So in order to power those things up, we need this box. This is going to be the stereo amplifier. And so what this does is it converts the signal that's coming out of one of these channels, C and D. So C and D are going to be aux1 and aux2, like we said. These are your monitor mixes. So what we do is we take a regular 1/4 inch from here and plug it into the back of here. It's going to go into channel 1. Usually we don't use channel 2 because we just have one monitor mix, but it's going to go from C to channel 1.
And if we needed to use another monitor, you would put it into channel 2, right?
Yes and no. If we use the QSC, we don't. If we are just going to use all floor monitors, then yes, you'd want to go from D to channel 2.
Gotcha.
But only if we didn't bring the QSC monitor at all, then just use channel 1. All right. So now at this point we have a signal going in from the snake into the actual power amplifier. Now we're going to go from the power amplifier to the first monitor. So what you're going to want is the blue tip cable. It's called the speak-on cable. And what you're going to do is you're going to match it up this way, and you twist it. So once it twists, it clicks in. To take it out, you can't just pull it out. You actually have to pull the gray, the sleeve up, and then turn it, and then pull it out. But again, you put it in, you twist it, and this is a very thick cable. Thick cables are used for powered signals. Do not use a thick cable for a regular quarter-inch use. Only send powered signals through there. How do you know something's a powered signal? It's coming out of this box. If it's not coming out of this box, don't use a thick cable. The other end of this cable will go into the first monitor. So this is going to go into the first floor monitor. I don't know, that can be in front of anyone. And then basically what's going to happen after that is you're going to daisy chain off of that one to the next one. We also have another very thick quarter-inch cable, and that's used for monitor-to-monitor daisy chaining. And so that's what you'll want to use the other thick cable for. Cool. Alright, so the last type of monitor that we use is the QSC. So this is called an active monitor, and this one will not go through the powered amplifier. And so what it actually does is it takes a direct signal from, we'll say D, channel D, and goes straight into here. So this is a quarter-inch slash XLR jack, so it can do both. But since we use a quarter-inch signal that comes out of here, we're going to want to use a quarter-inch to go into here. After you plug that in, the power button's here, and this is actually the volume control. So you're going to want to adjust this depending on how loud you want the signal to be. And so unlike the other mixers, it's probably best to have the person that's using this monitor to adjust how loud they want it in the first place themselves, and then the sound guy in the back can change how loud each mix the monitor signal. Alright, cool.
And now you have just set up the praise equipment for retreat.